What if the exercise you trust the most is quietly damaging your body every single day? Walking, the safest movement on earth, may be the hidden reason you feel tired, weak, or stuck. There are moments in life when something completely ordinary suddenly reveals a hidden layer of truth that feels almost unsettling. Walking, the simplest, most familiar form of exercise, something we do without thinking, may not always be the harmless, universally beneficial habit we believe it to be. In fact, under the wrong conditions, this everyday movement can quietly drain your energy, strain your joints, disrupt your breathing patterns, and slowly erode the very health you are trying to improve. And the most surprising part is this: most people never realize the danger because the signs are subtle, almost invisible, until their body finally speaks up. At this moment of realization, RunForce Mindset warmly welcomes you. Because when it comes to walking, what appears simple on the surface is actually a coordinated chain of physiological mechanisms working in perfect harmony. Your lungs expand to draw in more oxygen, your cardiovascular system adjusts to maintain stable circulation, and your muscles, tendons, and joints synchronize to keep your balance with every step you take. When everything aligns, walking becomes a powerful tool that strengthens the heart, lowers blood pressure, stabilizes blood sugar, clears the mind, and gently conditions the entire body. But when even one element falls out of place, the wrong environment, the wrong technique, the wrong posture, or the wrong timing, those same systems begin to malfunction. Instead of increasing vitality, walking can accumulate fatigue, trigger inflammation, and create long-term strain. You may not connect to the habit itself. That is why understanding how walking truly works and why proper form matters is the foundation for transforming a simple daily routine into a long-term, sustainable source of health. Before we continue uncovering the deeper truths behind every step you take, please consider subscribing to support RunForce Mindset. Your support motivates us to create more meaningful and transformative videos for you. And now, a small reflection question to spark your awareness. Which factor do you think plays the biggest role in determining whether walking improves or harms your health? A, your posture and technique. B, the environment and timing of your walk. Share your answer, A or B, in the comments. Your choice may reveal more than you expect. 5 most common walking mistakes. Most people begin walking with good intentions, believing that every step they take automatically contributes to better health. Yet hidden beneath this simple routine are 5 subtle mistakes that quietly undermine progress. These errors are so common, so widespread, that many walkers repeat them for years without ever realizing why their energy drops, why their legs ache, or why the results they expect never truly appear. One of the most overlooked mistakes is choosing the wrong walk. When you walk near busy streets or crowded sidewalks filled with dust, smoke, and exhaust fumes, your lungs absorb far more pollutants than usual. Because walking increases oxygen intake, every deep breath brings in not just air, but particles that can enter your bloodstream and slowly affect your respiratory and cardiovascular health. Another silent error arises from overextending your stride in an attempt to walk faster. A long stride may feel powerful, but it disrupts your natural alignment and puts excessive pressure on the shins and knees. Over time, this leads to muscle fatigue, imbalance, and even micro-injuries that gradually worsen. Many beginners also fall into the trap of pushing their pace too hard in the very first minutes. The excitement of starting a new routine often leads to walking at an unsustainable speed, which strains the muscles, dehydrates the body, and forces the heart to work harder than it should before it is fully warmed up. Then there is the habit of stopping too often. Frequent breaks interrupt the body's metabolic rhythm, cooling the muscles, and resetting the heart. The momentum of fat burning and endurance building is lost, leaving the session less effective than it should. Perhaps the most underestimated mistake is walking with the head down, eyes glued to a phone screen. This posture compresses the lungs, restricts airflow, and slowly drains stamina. It also disconnects you from your surroundings, making each step less intentional and less beneficial. These 5 mistakes shape the difference between progress and stagnation, between a body that grows stronger and one that quietly weakens with time. Every effective walking routine begins long before the first step is taken. It starts with understanding the rhythm of the body, recognizing when it is ready to move, and learning how to support it so that each minute of walking becomes a purposeful investment rather than an empty motion. Choosing the right time of day, for example, is far more important than most people realize. Early mornings may seem ideal, but the body is still waking up. Muscles are tighter, joints less responsive, and body temperature remains low. Without proper warm-up, even gentle walking can feel heavier than expected. By contrast, the late afternoon window, when the body is naturally warmer, more flexible and hormonally balanced, often becomes the moment when walking feels smooth, efficient, and naturally energizing. Yet timing alone means very little without technique. Good walking form is not about perfection, but about alignment. A lifted chest opens the lungs, relaxed shoulders free the breath, eyes looking forward signal confidence and readiness. When the body is aligned, every step becomes lighter, more economical, and more connected to the ground beneath you. Breathing deepens, circulation sharpens. The entire biomechanical chain begins to work together rather than against itself. And still, there is an emotional component to technique that people rarely acknowledge: presence. Walking with clarity, with awareness of your own posture and movement, turns a simple exercise into a mindful act that strengthens both the body and the inner state. It is this sense of intentionality that transforms routine walking into a sustainable, enriching practice. Alongside posture and timing, foundational safety principles complete the picture. Avoiding extreme weather, giving the digestive system space after meals, and selecting environments that support rather than stress the body. All of these decisions quietly shape the quality of your walk. Even the choice between walking alone or in a group influences pace, awareness, and personal rhythm. In the end, technique, timing, and thoughtful preparation form the base layer of a walking habit that does more than burn calories. They create a pathway towards stability, vitality, and long-term physical resilience. The true impact of walking is shaped not only by how you move, but by how you prepare your body before, during, and after each session. Duration, nourishment, and the tools you choose all quietly determine whether walking becomes a source of strength or simply another passing habit. It begins with understanding that consistency outweighs intensity. A steady 30 to 60 minutes a day, maintained with intention, awakens the cardiovascular system, sharpens metabolic function, and clears the mind in ways that sporadic bursts of effort cannot. This daily rhythm teaches the body to trust the movement, turning each session into a subtle reinforcement of endurance and vitality. Yet time alone is not enough. The body relies heavily on calories. Walking on a full stomach burdens the digestive system, forcing blood flow away from the muscles that need it most. Instead, beginning with a simple glass of water allows the body to hydrate without strain, while taking small sips during the walk keeps energy steady without overwhelming the system. Afterward, when your muscles are warm and receptive, nourishment becomes a gift rather than a challenge. A light snack, something gentle, clean, and easily absorbed, supports recovery, while saving the main meal for later gives your body the space to transition. Equally significant is the gear you choose. The right pair of shoes can absorb impact, stabilize alignment, and protect your joints, step after step. Clothing that fits comfortably, neither restrictive nor excessively loose, frees the body to move with ease. Even the decision to walk barefoot on a treadmill has value, inviting the feet to reconnect with their natural mechanics, as long as the intensity rises slowly enough for the muscles and tendons to adapt. Together, these elements, duration, nourishment, and mindful preparation, form the quiet architecture that supports a walking habit capable of restoring strength, clarity, and long-term balance. Even the most natural movements must honor the limits of the human body, and walking is no exception. While it offers remarkable benefits to most people, there are moments when stepping forward can do more harm than good. Certain conditions place the body in a fragile state where the simple act of walking becomes a strain rather than a support. Individuals recovering from injuries, those living with severe joint degeneration, or anyone facing circulatory disorders in the legs must listen to the quiet warnings their bodies send. When veins struggle to move blood upward, or when inflammation weighs heavily on the lower limbs, Walking can amplify discomfort and deepen underlying issues instead of easing them. The same caution applies to those dealing with fluid retention, weakened heart function, kidney complications, or advanced liver conditions. In these states, every system is already working harder than usual, and the added demand of walking can push the body beyond what it can safely manage. Even pregnancy, a natural and beautiful journey, can bring moments of swelling or instability in the legs that call for rest rather than exertion. And for everyone, regardless of age or experience, the body provides unmistakable signals when it needs you to stop. Sudden dizziness, chest tightness, breathlessness, or sharp pain in the back or knees are not challenges to overcome, but alarms demanding attention. Respecting these signals is not a sign of weakness, but an act of wisdom. Walking is a tool for healing only when the body is ready to receive it. When we look closely at the simple act of walking, we begin to understand that it is far more profound than a series of steps taken from one place to another. It is a dialogue between the body and the environment, a negotiation between intention and awareness. The power of walking lies not in its simplicity, but in its sensitivity. Every choice we make, where we walk, how we walk, what state our body is in, quietly shapes the outcome of this daily practice. When done with care, walking becomes a source of resilience, mental clarity, and deep physical renewal. But when done carelessly, it can drain energy, strain joints, and gradually weaken the very systems it was meant to strengthen. The truth is that walking mirrors life itself, effortless only when alone, chaotic when rushed, and ignored when unconsciously. The deeper lesson here is that small habits, when practiced with intention, create long-term transformation. The way you walk reflects the way you live, either rushing, resisting, and overlooking your needs, or moving with presence, respect, and balance. Applying this awareness to everyday life means listening to your body, choosing environments that support you, and pacing yourself instead of pushing past your limits. When you walk with understanding, you live with understanding. Before we close, here is a simple question. Do you prefer walking to clear your mind or to improve your physical health? Share your answer in the comments so others will know your perspective. And if this content brings value to you, please consider subscribing to support the channel and help us